to Tarot with Tanya, and this video I am going to talk about the word hope, and am starting to try to do a series about words that connect to relationships. So this seemed like a great one to start with. I don't have words in the historical sense that connect to the word hope. But to me, Spirit defines this word as holding open. So holding the self open to perhaps a new experience, a better experience, what you truly want with your heart, and so forth. One actual definition is, let me find my note here, a ground or field for an expectation of trust. And I've already talked about that word trust, which I believe is also redefined as our truest root, that when we are ourselves without impediments, without lots of layers of people-pleasing or fears or whatever it might be, that is when we can be in trust and most connected to our truest sense of self. So with the word hope, I laid out 6 cards, and I pulled those from the Golden Tarot deck, which I just love, and we'll share those here with you. And maybe we can get somewhere on this idea or this redefinition of the word hope. And, I mentioned that this is going to be a relationship series, so we can think about how that is our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to Spirit, our relationships with other people, and so forth. Our first card today is the Ace of Cups. And what a happy card. You see the beautiful dove of peace flying toward the head of the angel here, the kneeling angel. And the bird is right over this beautiful open cup. So when we have hope, we are open to receive. We are not shutting ourselves down. We have not prejudged a situation to the point of feeling like nothing good can come for us from the situation. I think we do that, at least I think I do that, to protect myself. It seems like a kind of egoic sense, false sense of protecting the self, because if I shut myself off and don't hold hope, maybe I'm missing a lot of opportunities. Maybe I'm wasting energy on more challenging, difficult emotions when I could be more like this, more open to what could be coming, especially in the heart, because that chalice is held right there at the heart level. So the second card that came up was the Star, another beautiful card, and full of hope. Some people even call it the Star of Hope. So here we have a figure who is holding 2 pictures, and that's a very typical depiction of the Star card. And I've always read it as holding one of the pictures to receive from, the higher realms, spirit realm, God realms, things like that, and to share that with the people, the rest of humanity. The other picture is to remind you to take care of yourself and keep what you need, that we are not useful to anyone else if we are absolutely depleted. I always think of on the plane when the mask falls. Hopefully nobody ever has to go through that, but if we do, we know you put your oxygen on first, because if you pass out, you're no good to anybody else. So how does hope keep us happier? more receptive? I think it does. I think because we are open to the good things, we are much more likely to see them, to receive them, rather than to keep ourselves shut off in a way that makes us miss things, to not perceive. And again, build an energy field around ourselves that brings in those lower vibrations. Then a third card is Six of Cups. This is interesting to me because it can be associated with nostalgia, reminiscing with someone or just yourself about the past, looking for something from the past. But I also think it's an emotional pleasure card. Like we can go back on a memory that makes us feel really good. We don't have to dwell there, but to just relive it for a little bit, reconnect with someone, some situation that we really care about and has given us good feelings in the past. I think here too, it reminds us of not choosing old wounds to dwell on. And I think that that's, again, from, the ego's perspective, wanting to protect us, where we get some of this. We will shut down the hope because, well, I wished for this thing so hard before it didn't happen, and all I felt was disappointment. Maybe that thing wasn't supposed to happen, for one thing, or maybe it happens later for another. I mean, it's always hard to know. But if we feel like old situations dictate to us not to have hope from now, I really feel like we're losing something. So I encourage us to take this card in a way that says, look back on the pleasure moments, the good moments, the happy moments, and see maybe where hope played a part in that, or how it can help you project into the future a little bit as you're, anchored in your now. How can I anticipate something lovely, as I had lovely things in my past, lovely situations, lovely people. Then fourth card that came up is Justice. And of course, we have our golden winged angel here getting ready to draw it, I think, another weapon or an arrow from the sheath on the back. And so what is this Justice card about? Number 11. To me, it's an injustice that we are cut off from hope. I feel like it's been something done in humanity, not some big conspiracy theory or anything like that, but somehow some souls recognized that if you cut off other people's hope, they're more easily manipulated. You can get people to do what you want to do. Promise them something when they feel like they have nothing to hope for. So to me, it's just that we would revive our sense of hope, that we would not only revive it, but we would grow it, make it stronger. And I think it does create an energy field that carries us forth in a better way. Next, we have the King of Cups. I think this is such a beautiful depiction. Of course, I love this card anyway. And it's the Divine Masculine, the very open-hearted Divine Masculine. We started this reading on the word hope with the Ace of Cups. And now we've come to the King of Cups. In other words, that's the beginning of this suite and also the ending of it. So what do we get from that? Where's the Divine Masculine? Do we hold hope for the Divine Masculine? Does the Divine Masculine hold hope for us? It doesn't, I'm not speaking gender here, but that that inner or outer male that we all have. and how it can be the softer uh, qualities like tenderness, protection, listening, empathy, things like that. And, he watches over, I feel, the cup here. It's that same cup that was in the Ace of Cups, but here it's being protected, guarded. It's right by that ocean, so perhaps, it can be dipped in anytime that there is a need for more. And we might even see that heart as being contained in that wonderful ocean. And then our last card is also a king, and this time the king of coins, or you might call it discs or pentacles, anyway, the king associated with the earth element. So we got the two kings who are the softer ones, again, associated with what are called the feminine elements of water and earth. And I'm going to take a little peek at him again, is putting up a kind of little scenario here. It's like a box, some little figurines by that box, and what it says to me is someone protecting something again. This could be a more material kind of protection, the cup, the King of Cups, the more emotional, heart-centered, loving. And here, this could be more about the body. How does having hope affect our body? What do we keep in our box? What's in that secret place? Are we holding good things there, things that feed our souls? Or is this more holding, again, things like despair, things that cause us to feel not so good about ourselves, and going back to that Six of Cups, reflecting back, saying, well, nothing good came from this kind of situation before, why should I expect anything good now? And I do feel like that really does affect our physical selves, and our emotions need our physical bodies. We need that place. We need that place to hold ourselves, to contain ourselves in a way, to express through the body, at least while we're here on the planet. Obviously, there's so much more, but at least when we're alive, this is what we got. It's our temple, or in this case, it's his box that he keeps as a kind of preservation, and perhaps also to pass on to others, to family, to loved ones of all sorts. When we go out into the world and we hold hope, other people feel it. It is contagious, and I think it's uplifting for them as well. So I hope this redefinition of the word hope helps you in some way, that you can use it to hold openness space for something that is important to you, near and dear to your own life. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing if you feel so inclined. And if you are interested in a personal reading, you can get my information below, but you can find me at www.tarotwithtanya.net. Thank you so much, and I wish you well wherever you are in the world today.